Okay, all right. All right, I think I'm live. It says poor connection, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. It says poor connection, poor connection. All righty. All right, let me know if you guys could hear me. Can you guys hear me? I just need a thumbs up. Sound is good? Better? Good. Beautiful. All right, so I'm just going to give you guys some time to really tune into this. Just want to say Osio, Holito to all the American aborigines. And I'm going to give you guys some time to get into this live feed because this is very important. You know, I wasn't even aware that my brother Darkman was doing a live feed, and somebody texted me. A sister texted me and told me, hey, are you listening to Brother Darkman's live feed? And I said, well, you know, nah, I didn't know he was doing one because I didn't get the notification. However, I tuned in, and I tuned in enough just in time to hear a lot of the, you know, the brother that he was. I know you told me, brother. I know you told me, but you know, I was just doing some research, and I kind of, you know, got a little bit sidetracked. So I apologize for not catching it, you know, from the beginning. But I did catch a lot of the information, and I just want to, you know, do a live after your live. And I'm going to be very respectful. You know, I'm not going to, first off, let me just say thank you to the brother, you know, Sanders for, you know, being a guest on your show and taking the opportunity to, you know, share his thoughts and his knowledge. And it's all well and good. But for me, I have to, I'm a straight shooter. You know, I don't like beating around the bush. I don't like playing games. This is not a game. I don't play games. So I got to come and give y'all the real as usual. All right. Once again, everybody have to give the information based on how they perceive it or based on how they were taught to teach it. Now, I'm not going to give you the information based on how I was taught. I'm going to give you the information based on the facts. Because once again, this is not a game. So with that being said, let's get a few things straight for the record. Number one, there is a problem in calling yourself a black native or a black indigenous people. Once you add black to anything within the legal system, that makes you dead within law. Now, again, I'm not here to disrespect the brother. Like my brother Darkman said, I have a lot of respect for my brother, so I'm gonna keep it, you know, I'm gonna keep it, how would I say, diplomatic, and I'm gonna keep it respectful, but I gotta keep it real. I can't play the games. So anytime anybody, you know, add black and indigenous in the same term or the same conversation, referring to the same people, I don't trust that. Now, I'm not saying I don't trust the brother. I don't trust that. Because if you're talking about legal, I heard he speak about a lot of legalese, and it's the same legal system that's taking my brothers and sisters to jail. It's the same legal system. So definitely the legal system is not working for us. We as the aborigines, we are not supposed to deal with legal systems and statutes and codes. We deal with the law, common law, because you know why? We are the common people. So anytime anybody start coming and talking about legalese and laws and politics, I don't trust that. So I'm very, very, very happy that my brother Darkman didn't pull me on as a guest. I'm happy, and brother, you know what? Thank you for doing that, because I was really getting a little wild up, and maybe that wouldn't have went too well. So you are a great host. You knew that chief was coming, and it wasn't going to be that nice. Well, actually, it was going to be nice if we do look at the etymology of the word nice. But with that being said, we are the natural people. So therefore, we don't deal with legalese. I heard the brother speak about legal, political, business. It is not my business to be in business like that as a slave with the United States. And the whole thing about, well, having identification as an aborigine and the people who are giving you the ID, they are responsible for you. That is true. And for me, I could only speak for myself. I take the responsibility of anybody that's in our nation. Anybody will tell you, Chief, always call them. Make sure that they are good. Make sure that if they have any situations that they're dealing with, then we handle it together. That's what we do. So talking about the ID and saying that if you have an ID, is just like the United States, you know, have to be responsible for their people if there's a situation in Japan, and having an ID makes them responsible, then guess what? Don't all the so-called black people, don't they have IDs of the United States, whether it may be an individual state? And who is the one terrorizing them? Isn't it the same government who give them the IDs? So what's the problem with indigenous, well, not just indigenous, but American aborigines, aka American Indians, indigenous to the Americas, having their IDs? When you have their IDs, you are in their jurisdiction. You see, I want people to come on talk shows and keep it real. And when you ask the question about aborigines, you start stuttering like Joe. And again, I'm not here to put the brother down. Yes, we have to unite. But how are we going to unite with people that's asking us to be slaves? That's asking us to be subjected to the guest in our home? You see, our continent wasn't built in the United States. The United States was built on our land. So therefore, we have the supreme law of the land. We are the supreme people of this land. So don't ask us to be subjected. Don't ask us to do such thing. We have every single right in our land to travel as we should. We don't need anybody's permission. So I hear the conversation. It sounds real diplomatic and real like, you know, like public school education. Well, you know, be the humble, nice slave. Be the nice boy, because you don't want them to get mad. Isn't that a form of conforming? Isn't that going against, or pretty much not necessarily against, but that's kind of a little bit contradictory to UNDRIP, isn't it? That indigenous people have a right to self-identify. I mean, if you're standing for something, if you're speaking about something, how come your words aren't backing what you're saying? That's what I want to know. That is my question. So when you start hearing about aborigines and you start stuttering, but then you could easily speak about being indigenous, I don't trust that. Because you see, the term indigenous is a broad term. It doesn't have any particular specific jurisdiction, so to speak. It is broad, and anybody could be indigenous just like how anybody could be a native. Now you see how easy it was to break down what a native is? But then when it came to being an aborigine, you stuttered. Why you stuttered like 7 times? And say, well, you know, some people could call themselves that, but, you know, I'm just going to stick to indigenous, the black indigenous. No. There is no such thing as a black indigenous. You put black in any sentence in the United States, it puts you on the Saliviter Motus. That means you are dead. So, I'm questioning the motives of everything that was said. Everything that was said, I'm questioning the motives. Because you see me, I'm not going to bite my tongue. I am here to stand up for our people, the American Aborigine. There's a reason why they took that term, American Aborigine. There's a reason why they took it out of textbooks. Now, I could be wrong. But not once have I ever heard the brother said anything about us being the American Indians. Everything was about indigenous. Why are they trying so hard to prevent us from being who we are? Why is that? Why was it so easy to articulate about the so-called natives who came here from the Bering Straits and all the mixing and the mixing and the mixing? It was comfortable to speak about that. But what about those who weren't mixed? What about those who were here before? The Aborigines like myself and my ancestors. You see, we are always being left out. We are always being shunned. We are always being asked to conform and assimilate. Isn't that the whole purpose of UNDRIP? So that's my question. Why is that? So how are we supposed to unite? How are we supposed to unite with people who are not keeping it 100? Quoting legal terms and quoting politics. Don't tell me about politics. My ancestors wrote the Constitution. They formed the Constitution that the United States adopted. We created politics. The only difference is with me, I don't play politics. I don't play that game. So do not ask us to conform. Please don't do that. So once again, if we have the right to self-identify, if I choose to go to Staples and make an ID that says I'm an American aborigine, I have every single right to do that. And guess what? The United States, they adopted with the UNDRIP, and they also created and formed the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. In one of the articles, that is a treaty. And you know what a treaty is? They're supposed to uphold that treaty. So if, again, I decide to go to Staples and make an ID that says I'm an aborigine, indigenous to the Americas, then guess what? America is supposed to look at me and respect me as a government. So I don't know. I'm just saying, once again, I have a lot of respect for people who come on talk shows and live shows and they give their opinions and teach what they know from, you know, the educational standpoint. But I never heard anything about law. I never heard anything about law. All I heard was legal. Isn't it the same legal system that got over 2 million of our brothers and sisters in jail right now? Why? Because they couldn't speak legalese. Once again, my brothers and sisters, there are 3 languages that we speak in the United States. We speak slang. That's what we speak in the streets. Okay? And then you have what's called standard English, American English, which you learn in school. And then you have legalese. Now you could use one word in slang that means something different in American English, but also means something different in legalese. So when you are asking our people to deal with the legal system, you are asking them to be in the jurisdiction, be subjects of the United States, which make them slaves of the United States. Whether you call yourself indigenous, native, or black, it is the same thing. The whole purpose of being an American aborigine is that we make the statement that we are not in the jurisdiction, that we have a right to have our own ID, that we have a right to be able to travel freely as American aborigines. Don't ask us to assimilate. Don't ask us to be subjects and telling us, well, the systems that's in place. Yes, we know the systems that they are in place, but they are in place to handicap us. That's what it's in place for. So once again, like I said, I come with all due respect, but I like straight talk. I don't like, subliminal messages. Let's cut to the chase and tell the people that just being indigenous is not enough, because anybody could be indigenous. Anybody could be indigenous. That's why the United Nations, they fought for it, because it's a broad term. Because at the ending of the day, they are still fighting to get rid of the term American Aborigine, aka American Indian. Do you know that in Virginia, and back in the late 1700s, early 1800s, do you know that our ancestors were going to jail and getting killed for putting their nationality as American Indians? And because of Walter Plecker, it was solidified that if they put that on a birth certificate, that they would die or go to jail. And then they switched it up to colored. Don't you know that all the coloreds are actually the American Indians? So why is that I never heard anything about the American Indians or aborigines from the brother, but he was so eloquently talking about being indigenous? And once again, yes, being indigenous and the declarations apply to us. But when you just leave it as a broad term, anybody could claim indigenous. Anybody could claim the land of your birthright. You see, I don't play these games. And people who are put in place to teach you these games, I don't play those games either. I want to come to the table and stand and work with my brothers and sisters who are going to shoot straight. That's not going to miss the target. And it's that simple for me. Either you're going to take me out as an aborigine, American Indian, or nothing else. I am not going to be subjected to being anything else. That is a trick. You see, they know that the American aborigine, can you guys hear me? I need to know if you guys could hear me. Let me know if you guys could hear me, because I was told that I'm breaking up. Let me know if you guys could hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. The sound is good. Beautiful. So once again, I appreciate the knowledge that everybody brings, but I always have to question people's motives. Now, I am not saying that the brother is coming with malice. I'm not saying that. Maybe that's the level of knowledge or education that he has on the aborigines. But I always question people who are able to dive into everything else that we are not. But when it comes to what we are, for some reason, their vocabulary is limited, their knowledge is limited, and the level of education in the realm of who we are is limited. So it kind of like make me question things. You see, I deal in the spirit, and when my soul and my spirit don't resonate with things, that means there is something wrong with it. There is something wrong with it. So I need to know exactly what's the problem with being an aborigine. That's what I want to know, because that's who we are. Why did Senator Scott Bisson from Alabama blatantly, spoke it out? And then he had to rescind it because they were putting pressure on him, and he said he made a mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. Our ancestors forced you to speak the truth. And the only way we're going to get back our land and what's ours is because we are the aborigines. That's the only way we're going to get it. We are not going to get it by being indigenous. By being indigenous gives us, yes, certain rights. It gives us certain alienable rights, which is all good. But being an aborigine is the definite. Okay? It puts us in the perspective of going back to the original people and the owners of this landmass called the Americas. And that's what they want to avoid. You see, they want to stop us from standing up as the aborigines. They know what they're doing. So yes, I speak of on drip because I am still indigenous. I speak of the American Declaration because I'm still indigenous. But I'm not just going to say I am indigenous as a blanket statement. No, I am going to say that I'm an American aborigine, aka American Indian, who is indigenous to the Americas. It's a whole different ball game. You see, they're not dealing with the legal system now. They're dealing with common law. They're dealing with the stewards of the land. You see, my wish is their command. They are the public servants. So if they are servants, what does that make me? That means they work for me. So don't ask me to play the legal game. Don't ask me to play politics. Don't ask me to do commerce, which is business. If I'm going to do commerce, I'm going to do it as an aborigine. So you have to be, when you listen to people, you have to listen to people very well. Listen. I tell people, listening is the key. That is the key. Because if you don't listen when people are talking, you will miss a lot of the information. The way they stutter when it's time to talk about the key points. That's very key. All right? So I just wanted to come on here and speak my piece on that. I am not saying again that the brother came with malice or ill will. But to me, and that's just my opinion, so I can't put it on my brother Darkman. In my opinion, the information wasn't forthcoming. Not all of it. It wasn't forthcoming. Okay? Because if we have to deal with legal, like the brother keeps saying, oh, legal, that's legal. When you start stepping into the realm of legal and legalese, you have over how many millions of statutes and codes. That's why I tell people, leave these people statutes and codes alone. Do not fill out UCC forms. They are not for you. They are for government officials, federal employees, agents, created by the agencies. We are the common people. We deal with common law. That's what they don't want you to know. So they want you to stay in the paradigm of being in the legal zone so that they could pull you into their jurisdiction. So I'm asking my brother that Brother Darkman had on the panel, can he explain himself with the rebuttal that I'm bringing to that video? Why are you preaching the legal system to our people, the one that's putting them in jail every single day? Why is it a problem to have our own ID when the United States give us IDs and those IDs still put us in jail? Because that puts us in their jurisdiction. If UNDRIP says that we all have a right to self-identify, we all have a right to belong to a nation, then why can't we have our nation and then they respect us as a government like they saw an oath to do? That's what I want to know. Why do we need their documents to travel? We could reach out to other governments ourselves and let them know that we would like to treaty up with them. Why can't we do that? And if the United States is created on our land, why can't the United States honor the original people and give them national traveling documents as American aborigines without any obligations or any subjections to their statutes and codes? You see, that's the kind of conversation we need to be talking about. Not conversations asking us to assimilate. Not conversations asking us to be subjected to their jurisdiction. No, we are not going to stand for that. We are not doing that. We have done that for too many years. Where has it gotten us? Where has it gotten us? And the question about, are you recognized by the federal government? To me, that was kind of a little bit, the answer was a little bit shaky. Well, I am not recognized, but I am acknowledged. I know there's a difference, don't get me wrong. I'm not that much of an idiot. However, it just seemed like it was kind of like too close. It's either you're recognized or you're not. Because right now, as an American Aborigine, the US government don't acknowledge us and they don't recognize us. So what makes it different for you that they acknowledge you? What kind of deal did you sign? You see, I have to ask those kind of questions. Or is there a special path that you took to get acknowledgement without being subjected? You see, those are the questions that needs to be asked. People are wordsmiths. And people know how to articulate themselves well when they come with just a one-track message, a one-minded message. Okay? I'm going to speak on what I was told to speak about. Now, I'm not saying that's what the brother was told to speak about. I'm just saying in general. But once again, I'm a straight shooter. I have questions. So my brothers and sisters, with that being said, let us not waver from being the American aborigines. You see, they know, they watching. They see the YouTube channels. That's why they limited my videos and they limiting the views and they doing all what they're doing. Because they know that Chief Kalinago is bringing the hard truth, the hard facts. They know that. They already know that. I come and I give it to them without the grease. So let us not waver from being the American aborigine. Let us continue to sing, we are the American aborigines, until the clouds come falling down. Let us keep screaming, we are the American Indians, until our ancestors literally start falling down from the skies. That's what we need to do, because that's what they are afraid of. So they have to put people in place to tell you that you're black, you're African American, you're indigenous. But now you're not just indigenous, you are a black indigenous. Oh, really? I don't trust that. And as a matter of fact, it's my opinion and my belief, and it's my prerogative to say that I don't trust people who call me black. I don't trust them. Period. So with that being said, let us stay focused. Let us not allow people to railroad us. Okay? The Lalakea tribe from Australia didn't get back their land after 37 years by saying they were just indigenous. They wanted them to be black. They refused that status of being black. They maintained their truth in being aborigines, and they got back their land in just 37 years. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how long UNDRIP was into play? UNDRIP was being worked on for years, over 30 years, almost 40 years. And the United States adopted it in 2008 when Obama adopted it. So if UNDRIP was actually created and formed almost 40 years ago, if not 50, if I'm not mistaken, how is that a lot of those people that are fighting to get their land under being indigenous, they are still having problems? But when you say you're an aborigine, you have a 90% chance of getting your land back. Let us not fall, let's not be derailed. You see, they're not going to put that in our way. They're not going to put blinders in our way. We're not going to fall for that. Nah, not today. Not on my watch. It's not happening. We ain't having that. And that's why a lot of them will not come on my platform. They will not, because they know I'm a straight shooter. I'm an idiot. Sometimes, if you go look at the etymology of idiot, I'm an idiot, especially when it comes to legalese. I am an idiot. Go look at the etymology of idiot. Being an idiot is a beautiful thing. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm no man's fool. Nah, don't play these games with me. So once again, I just wanted to do a video, a live after the live. I'm not going to keep on rambling on here. The message, the true message in this video is, let us stay focused. Let us continue to be American aborigines. Yes, American aborigines who are indigenous to the Americas. Now, that's more like it. American Indians who are indigenous to the Americas. Now, that's more like it. But don't speak on being indigenous so eloquently, and when they ask you about aborigines, you start stuttering like Joe. Nah, we ain't doing that. No, where they do that at? Ain't nobody got time for that. Man, man, what these people think, this is a game? This is not a game, man. We ain't doing that. And then you're saying that the black indigenous people? What? What? Man, anybody who call you black is an agent. Anybody who call you black is an agent. Whether they know it or not. Because being black means that you are dead within law. That's why they keep speaking legal and not law. Man, no, we ain't doing that here. Chief Kalanago is not having it. We ain't having it. We're not. And we're going to continue to build our nation. Because every nation started off as a small nation. And even though they try to stop us, they can't stop us now because the truth is out. We are the aborigines, and our children are hearing that they are aborigines. So if it don't happen in my time, then it will happen in the next generation or two. But it's out in the air. The ancestors are awake because their children are awake, because we are their children and we are honoring our ancestors. So therefore our days will be longer. We know now that we are not Africans. We know now that we are not natives. And we know now that indigenous is a blanket term and anybody could be indigenous. So we are not just going to say we are indigenous. And when they talk about, oh, well, paperwork, guess what, my brother? My paperwork is on point. I don't know about you, but mine is. My paperwork is on point. And our nation members' paperwork is on point. So now it is up to the United States to honor their treaties and respect us, or not honor the treaties and disrespect us, and we have to deal with it in a lawful court of law. Not illegal, but lawful. See, that's the difference between me and them. Don't knock the paperwork, because everything you did to get where you had to go, you had to put in paperwork. The only difference is between my paperwork and yours is you have their paperwork and I have my paperwork. This is my land. I'm the common man. I deal with common law, not legalese. I don't speak legalese. I understand it, but I don't speak it. Well, let's put it that way. I understand it. I know how to speak it, but it's not something I want to play with. Because it's just too many statutes and codes to learn. That's why I tell my people, stop filling out these UCC forms. Stop filling out these UCC forms. They are not for you. Read the fine prints. They are for government employees and agencies and agents. Are you a government employee? Are you a federal worker? Just by you filling out these forms, you could get arrested or get fined, if they so choose, because it is not your form. When are my people going to learn? Brothers and sisters, it is time. It is time. Right now, it is time for the aborigines to stand up as the aborigines. And I keep asking those questions, but there was no answer to them. Are you federally recognized? What about aborigines? Do you know that being black is dead within law? But why are you indigenous people? That's a code word. That's a code word to let the people who sent you know that you are still on their side. My brothers and sisters, those who have eyes, let them see, and those who have ears, let them hear. We don't need our children going to your school, calling them black. Please do not send your children to that school. Okay? The conversation had to end with being black indigenous people, because that's a code word to let them know that I know you are watching. And I know I have to honor you sending me. Now, that's just my opinion. And nobody could fault me for my opinion. Nobody could sue me for my opinion. It's my opinion. Freedom of speech. So when those code words are sent out, when the information is so valuable and the information is so important, and if the people don't get it, it could be a detriment to the people, and you're using such terms as black and indigenous in the same sentence, that means you were sent. Okay? So I am willing to sit at the table with anybody and talk, reason. But when you start stuttering, when I tell you I'm an American Aborigine, then that means we got problems. The same way Scott Bisson was stuttering when he uttered the term American Aborigine, and he had to rescind it because they started putting pressure on him. So let us not waver from being American Aborigines. I am not going to send our children to your school calling them black indigenous people. We are not going to do that. That means you are funded by our oppressors. You are funded by the colonizers. My message tonight. Do what you want with the information. The chief has spoken his piece. So I'm about to end this live. I am not going to prolong it anymore. Just wanted to let you guys know that I am watching and I am listening. And I'm always going to bring the real, whether people like it or not. So once again, this is Chief Kalinago. I'm going to put the information in the link of the video. Please support. You know, the support is important. You know, giving the support for those who are bringing the authentic truth out here to our people. And once again, I do thank, you know, my brother Darkman for bringing the brother on. And I still thank the brother for coming on. You know, I'm happy that he came on because now I know where his mindset is at. I know. And it doesn't mean I can't sit at the table with the brother. It just means that I know where he stands. That's all. You have to know who you're dealing with. So I know, like he said, it's business at the ending of the day. You have to listen to the code words: business, politics, and black. Y'all got to listen to those key words: business, politics, and black. Key terms. Very, very important. All right? I don't talk to people about being black. I don't tell people about legal. Again, so here are the key words: legal, black, politics, and business. All that stuff has to deal with commerce. So the brother literally told y'all, stay in commerce, stay being slave, stay under their jurisdiction, stay being subjected. That's what this was all about. A whole lecture on telling you how to stay black and how to stay slaves. A whole live. But thank you for that. At least now I know. I appreciate it. Man, I just got to smile. Anyway, my brothers and sisters, American Aborigines, I love you guys. I love you guys, man. I just got to let y'all know that. For real. All right? So, most likely, well, not most likely, just so y'all know, on the 10th of this month, I will be doing another lecture, another class, even going deeper than the first one. A series of video of lectures and classes that are called decolonization. We're not going to play these games that these people are playing. No, we're not going to play that. Chief is going to give y'all the real. I'm going to show y'all exactly how y'all got into this, not y'all, because I'm part of it too, how we got into this situation, how our parents got us into this situation, and what we need to do to get out. That's called decolonization. So it's going to be a series of classes and lectures that's going to be called decolonization. So my brother Darkman is going to be doing the flyer, and we are going to post it, and we'll have the information for you guys. You guys don't want to miss this. You really don't want to miss it, because I am literally going to show you everything. I'm going to open up your eyes so wide, you may need your sunglasses, because the light is going to be so bright. That's how I come with the real. That's how I come with the truth. I don't beat around the bush. I don't bite my tongue. I want to make sure that no matter what happens to me, that the truth is always going to be around. So keep close, stay tuned, and look out for the next class, the next lecture, because it's going to be another powerful one. I think we have the recording of the last one. I think we do. And we'll try to, or we'll make an attempt to see if we could make that available for those who missed it, the first one. Because, for you to really get the gist of two, you would have to get an understanding of one, and what UNDRIP means to us, what the American Declaration means to us, and what House Resolution 331 means to us. Okay? We have to know those things. We have to. And my brothers and sisters, be very mindful. Very, very mindful. It's good to get information. It's good to listen to people, but pick and choose the information that's not going to put you in a situation to hurt yourself. Okay? Only use the information that's going to help you advance. Do the research before you take any action. Even with the things I say, prove me wrong. Do your research. And if something is not complete, come to me and say, hey, Chief, you know what? You said this, but did you know this? Did you know that? And give me a chance to research it. Give me a chance to correct myself. I'm still a student. I am just a student that is well learned. And I'm still learning. And whatever I know, I am willing to share it with you. All right? So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this live. I just wanted to make sure that that live video didn't sink into you too much, so that, some of the things that were said could take away the progress that we are making. We can't afford to be railroaded. So I'm going to again tell you about certain words that we have to look out for. Okay? Black, African American, politics, legal, business, and just straight up indigenous. Those are loaded terms, and it could mean a lot of things. But when you speak of an American Aborigine and an American Indian, it only means one thing. The so-called black man and so-called African Americans who are lost. We are them. The colored, the ones they call colored, that's who we are, the American Aborigines. So don't get it twisted. Okay, don't let nobody take that away from us. We are going to go to our graves as being American Aborigines. And before I go, can I just get some American Aborigine power? American Aborigine power? In the feed, on the chat, American Aborigine power. That's right. The term colored was the key word. And they changed all the colored, all the Indians, they called us colored. And then all of a sudden it started going down from there. Black, African American, everything else, except who we are. American Aborigine power. That's it. We are not going to give that up. That's who we are, the American Aborigines. Don't let them take that away from us. Pound that into your children's head. From the time they come out the womb. Who are you? American Aborigine. That's it till we die. And there's no such thing as death anyway. But until that physical avatar gives up, we are American Aborigines. And nobody's going to take that away from us. The saga continues. That's right. And we're going to have a series of t-shirts coming. You know, this movement is going to be so powerful, they can't stop it. Because they're not just fighting the flesh. They're fighting the spirit. They're fighting our ancestors as well. And one thing you have to know is that the American Indian never lost the fight. So if our ancestors got our backs, they know we're not going to lose. So that's why they just want to keep us passive with just, oh, you're just indigenous. Nah, we're not just indigenous. We know we are indigenous to the land. However, we are the American aborigines. That's our nationality. I never heard the brother speak about nationality one time. All he said was, you indigenous. Nah, indigenous is not a nationality. Don't play these games with my people. I ain't having that. I'm not having that. It does say in UNDRIP, we have a right, indigenous people have a right to a nationality. So it tells you right there and then that indigenous is not a nationality, my brother. So why didn't you tell the people that? Why didn't you tell the people that? We don't want no classes on indigenous classes. Chief Kalanago already broke that down. And for those of you who missed it, I'm going to see if my brother Darkman have the video so we could break it down to know what it means to you. What we need to be learning about is what it means to be an American Aborigine, aka American Indian. And what we need to be learning as is not about the legal system, but the lawful system, common law. That's what we need to be working. Common law, trust law. We need to be learning about those things. That's what we need to be learning. So, let us not play these games, all right? All right, fam. I'm about to get out of here. We will talk soon. We have a few announcements coming out. Like I said, the next class lecture is on the 10th. We may push the time back a little further because the last time we did it at 5. We may do it about maybe 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. That gives, you know, people who's coming from work some time to catch it. All right, but we are going to go in. Like I said, I'm going to go in detail and show you guys how all this stuff happened. So at least you know how it happened so we could start figuring our way out of this. Okay, this thing is deeper. It's deeper than just calling yourself indigenous. It's even deeper than just saying we're American Aborigines. There are different steps we have to take. Okay? So be very mindful of people who call themselves teachers out here and leaders and all those people. Be mindful of those people. Shoot, be mindful of me too. Research everything I say. Research everything I say. Because I want you to be responsible. I want you to be responsible. And I want, once more, I don't want nobody to follow me. Walk with me. Walk with me, okay? Don't follow me. Walk with me. Let's walk side by side. And I'm not going to follow nobody either. All right? I'm going to walk with you. I want you to walk with me. That's it. Yes, I may be in a position to hold a certain position of leadership, but don't follow. Walk with me. I could accept that responsibility. And it's my obligation to you to always bring you the truth and the facts, whether it hurts you or not. Because our people have been doing this for too long. And we can't afford to have these people coming here with all the progress we are making to make us digress. No, we can't do that. It's not going to happen. All right? It's not going to happen on my watch. Okay? So let us continue to reach out to our ancestors, ask them to guide us. Let us continue to honor our ancestors. As long as you reach out to them, they will reach out to you. Okay, believe that. Reach out to your ancestors, and they'll reach out to you. Okay. Okay, and just so you know, I I kind of missed that text. But just so you know, please continue to support, you know, Brother Darkman. You know, he has a GoFundMe. The brother is doing a lot of work. He's really putting in the work to support his GoFundMe. After this live video, I will put the GoFundMe in the link below. Please support it. We, you know, this support is needed, brothers and sisters. It really is. Okay, because we are putting a lot of things in place. All right. We have some pretty soon on the nation's website. We're gonna have headpieces. We're gonna have headbands. We're putting all those things in place so that we could represent who we are. Okay, we have to walk every day in the streets as who we are. Our cultural attire. We have to have those things. Let them know who we are from a distance. And Sister Jazzy Jazz, I'm not sure if I have a new phone, so I got to look for your number so we could talk. Because since I left Illinois, you know, we haven't built. I just needed time to go ahead and do what I had to do. You know, but I know with you it's always love. But we're going to have T-shirts, we're going to have hoodies, we're going to have headbands, we're going to have headpieces. We're going to have all those things on our website coming really soon. All right, so you guys stay tuned. It's a lot of great things. And never forget, let us not give up American Aborigine. All right, that's our way out. That is the only way out. Everything else is going to put us in a box. Everything else is going to make us subject to the colonizers. So let us keep our eyes open. All right? Anytime, my brothers and sisters, anytime. You know, we are here to bring the real. Our people have been through too much. Too many lies, okay? Too many people that's misleading them. Too many people. Okay, because they are vulnerable and they are not educated. It's time for this to stop. And yes, I am willing to work with anybody who is flying straight. I am here to work with anybody who is real with the people. Okay, I'm gonna sit at the table, and if you need the education because you're lost, I will give it to you. But if you have the education and you're misleading my people, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work with you. Okay? Period. Let us stop playing the games with our people. We have been through too much. We have been hurt too much. Too much genocide of our people. And it has to stop. Now. And that's just the bottom line. Okay? So with that being said, we will talk soon. American Aborigine, power. And nobody's going to take that away from us. All right? Peace and love. Much respect to our ancestors. And let us continue to, again, honor our ancestors so that our days could be longer. You know what? I actually got some information on voodoo. So I'm going to put all that on the site. We ain't playing. We going in our bag. And we're going to use everything that our ancestors used to defeat these people. Everything. To defeat these people that's continuously oppressing us, colonizing us, taking our land, and they want to keep us as slaves. Now we ain't having that. We're not having that. Nope. We're not having that. We are going back to our ancestral ways. Everything that they call pagan, they're now using it against us. Even voodoo, they're using it against us because guess what? We gave it up because they told us it was pagan. But they're using those same rituals and spells to keep you enslaved. Now, we ain't having that. So let us get back to our obia. Let us get back to our voodoo. Let us get back to our rituals. That's what we need to do. Let us stop playing these games with these people. Let them know we ain't playing. All right? So I'm about to end this feed, and we will talk. You know, as a matter of fact, I've been on here for like 54 minutes. I'm going to do another 6 minutes because I always love you guys' energy. So I'm gonna do another 6 minutes. If anybody have because I'll just do a straight up hour. If anybody have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. I could see the questions and I'll try my best to answer the questions as fast as I can. So I'm going to go for approximately another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters. Okay, let us not allow them to separate us. Okay, that energy of American Aborigine is too strong. They can't take that away. Now we know the truth. We can't go back to the lies. We can't. How is that we know what's going to get us free and let us get back our land, and you want to take that away from us? No, hell no. No, we're not gonna allow you to do that. Where can I find an Aborigine name? Well, you could do research on American Indian names, or you could reach out to the ancestors and ask them to guide you with that. So you could do that as well. Chief, do you think you can interview Tavis Sanders and ask him these questions? Well, if he's willing to come on my platform, I would love to interview the brother. Absolutely. I would love to. I would love to interview the brother. I have a lot of questions, and I'm certainly sure he got some questions for me too as well, which I would love to answer. But I do have some questions for him. All right. No problem, Kali Crush. Is tribal language better than French? Well, the truth of the matter, French is our language. All those languages are our languages. They are. Okay? They are our languages. Even Creole, what the Haitians speak, that was already in the Americas. That's why French is the purest language on the planet. That's indigenous to our language. That's our languages. They took that away from us. I heard a contrast between what you say and what he said, and I said, oh no. Truth indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, what ways technique we supposed to reach our ancestors? When I speak to the ancestors, I just speak to them like I'm speaking to a parent, a regular conversation. You know what I mean? Regular conversation. I speak to them like I'm speaking to my mom and dad. But I speak within the spirit, you know what I'm saying? With truth. I go to them as a child would go to a parent, with respect and honor. And that's how I do it. And I do it before I go to bed. So that, you know, the subconscious could, you know, step into that realm to connect with my ancestors. So that's how I do it, for me, at least. That's right, go within. Thank you. Jazzy Jazz just put the website down, so y'all could check it out. www.talktoanamericanpeoplenation. And let me just say this, right? Our nation is a young nation. Yes, we are young, but we're not stupid. We're not foolish. Okay, we are young, but we are solid, and we are even setting up a foundation that's gonna be untouchable. So we are on the right track. Okay. What is your opinion on octology? I must say I'm pretty bead. I have never heard that before, so I can't speak on that. So please, if somebody could give me some information on that, that would be great. I'll look it up. I never heard that term octology. I never heard that before, so I can't help. Sorry about that. Should I learn bow arrow for spirit? Should I learn bow arrow for spirit? Chief Keith Wildfire. I'm not sure the question. Try to redirect the question. I'm not sure what you mean. Chief, what's your view on meditation? Meditation is very important. We have to go in. That's the only way to connect. To go in. There's nothing outside of us. Everything that's outside of us is a reflection of what's inside of us. So going within would give you a better and a true understanding of what's outside of you. Chief, I have come across certain animals and it connect. Yes, some of us, we could use our Aboriginal titles because we are connected to animals. You know, so there's nothing wrong in that. We had a symbiotic relationship with nature. What's the best way to meditate to open one's first eye? I will have a lot of information on that on the site, which I will be putting up very soon in our spiritual section. Okay, but it's pretty much learning to quiet the mind and going within and focus. So that's one of the ways. What is Are you connected with United Confederation of the Tainos? I'm aware of the United Confederation of Tainos. I haven't reached out to them just yet, but even with them, well, that's what I heard. They are shunning the dark-skinned people and pretty much calling only the so-called Puerto Ricans that look like Puerto Ricans Tainos. So that I'm not down with. I'm not accusing them of that. I'm just saying that's what I heard. So I would have to get more information on that. Is everything going well with building project and the aquaponics? The first project that I showed you guys on YouTube, the people that we were working with wasn't quite ready, or they weren't really serious with that. So right now we are working on our own, seeing that we have our own space. We are working on that, so we will definitely bring that to the people. But yes, it's coming along very well. I appreciate the question. Great knowledge, but we need to generate finance by supporting entrepreneurs. Yes, my brothers and sisters, there are a lot of funds. I'm talking about trillions and trillions of dollars that's allocated for and put aside for the American Aborigine. We just have to come together and step up and make those things happen. The funds are there. We just have to unite, brothers and sisters. That's what we have to do. Okay? What is the requisite to become a member of the nation? I tried the site, but no success. If you tried the site, I'm not sure, maybe you didn't have the right site. You would have to go to the site, and the information is there. It is really, really straightforward. So please visit the site again and look at the enrollment section. Okay? What's your thought on Chief Warhorse? If you are asking about Chief Warhorse, the sister that speaks about us being Aborigines, based on what I've seen and heard, in terms of us being Aborigines, I totally agree. In terms of us being the original people of the land, I totally agree. In terms of us being shunned and being misled and mistaught and miseducated, I agree. So if that's what she speaks, then I agree. And that's my thoughts on her. What are your thoughts on alchemy? All those things, Gregory, is part of our culture. It's part of our spiritual system. So I say learn as much as you can, but learn it to build our people, build yourself, so that it works for us and not against us. That's the best thing I could say. Yes, that's right, Shanae Hudson. It's under enrollment, because what I did was, it was kind of in one of the subtitles in the subheadings. So I had to put it in the top for, so people could see it, because a lot of people was having that problem. So you will be able to see it right now. And so, like I said, Chief Warhorse, if she speaks of the things that we speak of, absolutely, I support the sister. And I love you too. I love you too, brothers and sisters. And just so you know, like I said, there are a lot of fiat currency. I'm talking about billions of dollars that are there for us. We just have to step up in unity and get to these people and let them know we want what's ours. Okay? That's it. How do we get our nation flag? Anyone who's a member of the nation, they could go to the website. They could download the flag and print it out, as long as they are respecting our nation's flag with honor. They have the nation's permission to do that, because it's our flag and they are members of the nation. What do you think? What do you know about the XTA blood? I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. Please tell me how you get all. Please tell me how we get all together. If your question is how do we unite together, that's what we are doing right now. Okay, we are getting the American Aborigines together. Okay, on the one platform. One people, one voice, one nation. or other nations who are American aborigines. We're going to seek them out and we're going to treaty with them. As long as they are on the right path and doing the right thing and they're not selling out, then we're going to sit at the table together. Is it true that the best thing you can do for your people is be an example? Indeed, you have to walk the walk instead of just talking the talk. Because our people, they do what we do. They don't do what we say. So be the example, be the light. Get out of the darkness, get out of the blackness, and come into the light. Be the light. What's the light? The American Aborigine. Much love, Indigenous Levy. Big up to all the American Aborigines in the Caribbean, South and Central America, North America, Turtle Island, Abya, Yala. That's us. That's our land. We're the people. All right. So let us get back into our ancient practices. I'm going to be putting a lot of information on the site. And, we have our brothers and sisters from the nation that's working diligently. And, I just want to, thank them for all the hard work that they're doing to bring that information to you. Everybody who's dealing with tech support, getting the membership together, even dealing with, our nation's post, just putting in the work. I appreciate each and every one of them. So we are working hard. You know what I mean? We are putting in that work. The site is www.atoctonamericanpeoplenation, www.atoctonapn.com. All right, Jazzy Jazz put she put the nation's website in the chat a few times. Also, after the live chat, I will put it in the link below. Also, the GoFundMe will be in the link below as well. How do you think that the $5 Indian would react when we fully represent ourselves, shirt and feathers? They know who we are. They already know who we are. And they're, literally, a lot of the elders are waiting for us to step up because they are tired. Their souls are tired from all the lies. And they feel guilty, but they're under contract, so they really can't say much. So they're waiting on us. Where do they have the real American Constitution located? You just have to do some searching for that. This thing has been ratified so many times, I'm not even sure if the real one exists no more. All I say is we are the original people, and we have a right to create our own. Chief, where can I find your contacts? Go to the website. You will find that information on there. All right? From South Africa, and would like to connect with you about indigenous cultural work and reclamation of our lands globally. Yes, Yodi, you could go to the website, www.auto, all right, CHTHONAPN.com. That's our nation's website. You will see the email, and please send me an email. Okay, so we could build on that. And that's to Yodi. Fiat money isn't that Bitcoin digital money. All those, whether it's Bitcoin or fiat currency, they're all the same. They could be taken away from you. Chief, how do you travel over countries in the Americas as an Aborigine? What are the requirements? Well, right now, they are handicapping us from using our IDs to do that. But the more of us that come together, we will be able to stand and make sure we make those things happen. So again, it's about unity, coming together. There is always power in numbers. Remember that. There is power in number. If I'm here doing it by myself, it's going to be tough. If just the few nation members we have is going to do it by ourselves, it's tough. So we have to come together in numbers, and make sure that that's respected so that we could make those things happen. All right? So that we are not being forced to assimilate. All right. Do we have a treaty to stand on? Specific treaty? There are a few treaties that I'm looking into. So once I go through them, I will definitely put them on the website. But I think I came across one or two. But I just have to go into it before I put it out there. And because I like to put information that's solid out there, at least I make an attempt to. So I will be looking into that, and if anything, I will put it on the website. All right? Give that thanks. You are doing some serious work. Are you connected to any groups in Canada? Well, not any groups in Canada per se, but a few aborigines in Canada have reached out, and they also wanted to know how they could be part of the nation. So we are in talks with them to see how we could do this, also in Canada, so that the American aborigines in Canada could have a voice as well. So we are definitely putting in some work out there. Chief, what are your views on Moors? I've already done many videos on Moors, so you would have to go check that. For the most part, Moors are Africans. They're indigenous Africans. They're aborigines of Africa. So they are guests in our homes. And I've done many videos on that as well. All right. Who said you need a car? Why would you need a car to join a nation? That's just, sometimes we don't even have to respond to some of the foolishness people talk about. Let us just ignore that. Ignore that. The key is, my brothers and sisters, the key is unity. Okay, unity is the key. And I will work with anybody that's willing to stand up for the truth. Okay? I don't care the color of the skin. I don't care what ethnic group they are. As long as they are truthful and they respect me as an American Aborigine, I will work with anybody. And that's just real talk. Either more, you would have to send an email, okay? So we could work on that. All right? Send an email. Okay, so I definitely answered a lot of questions. Trying to see if there may be one or two more. What about us truckers? Well, truckers, if you are an American Aborigine, you are American Aborigine. That's who you are. You just have to. You're just a truck driver. That's an American Aborigine, and you have rights as well. You have alienable rights that you need to stand on. So big up to all the truckers, because a lot of American Aborigine brothers, they have been reaching out, and a few of them are actually they're truckers. They're truck drivers. All right. Can I claim your nation in my declaration? I don't have a nation. Our people have a nation. The nation is for the people. And I don't know what your declaration is, so I can't give you the permission to use our nation in your declaration. The nation was created for the people, by the people. I was just put in the position to do what I'm doing, but it was created for the people. Yes, so once again, it's about unity of the American Aborigine. Where do I send money to support you? Either more, you could either send me an email, or the GoFundMe will be in the link after the live video, because I'm doing it live right now on my phone, so I didn't get a chance to put anything in the link below. But as soon as this video ends, it will be in the link below. I promise that. Okay? Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. What you mean by you don't care the color of the skin? Exactly what I said. I don't deal with color of law. Okay? Color of law. Skin color is a facade. What that means is there's no such thing as black and white people. The entire world is under contract. Even the so-called white people are slaves as well. So like I said, I will work with anybody who's going to stand for the truth and fight the people that's colonizing the world. I don't care what color your skin is. I didn't mix my words when I said that. If you really knew the truth as to what's happening, believe me, the entire world is enslaved. All right? That is the truth. It's just that some people are house slaves. meaning that they have more privileges than the field slaves. So anybody who's willing to stand up and fight against the people who put us on this bond, this contract, this birth certificate, I'm willing to stand up with them to get back my soul. All right? So that's where I'm at with it. You see, people get caught up in color of skin and all those things, and you know, I don't play these games, man. I don't play that. That's why I don't talk about skin and color. I don't talk about that. I straight up deal with facts. I deal with facts. And the next class that we're gonna do on the 10th of this month, I will explain to you exactly why you shouldn't worry about skin. Because I'm going to show you how that happened to everybody, how the entire world get enslaved, who did it, and what we got to do to get away from that. So y'all better wake up and realize this is not a game. Yes, that's right. Let's stand up together. That's what it's about. Let's stand up together. All right. Peace and love to all my Brazilian, Belizean, American aborigines. Yes, indeed, Soul Alchemy. Indeed, you already know. All right, because too many people get caught up with this skin stuff, man, and color. That's the color of law. It's an illusion. There's no such thing as black people and white people. Okay, all those things are statuses. They are just people, and some of them have more privileges than others. Okay? But everybody's enslaved. Real talk. All right, good. So I think pretty much the majority of the questions were answered. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Do you listen to Bobby Hemmett? I haven't listened to him in a while. I used to. I listened to a few of his videos, but you know, I'm like I said, right now I'm at a level where, you know, I know what it takes, and I'm just focused on creating the solution right now. That's what I'm working on, and that's what we need to be working on. But in the meantime, yes, it's important to still get information, still learn, but make sure that you always research everything that you learn and find out how it's going to work to the benefit of the people. All right. Do you know about the power of drums? Indeed, indeed. I used to, when I was in Chicago, I used to be at the drum circle every evening. You know, it's, as a matter of fact, the drum is our culture. All right. It's part of our culture. And that's why we need to unite as the American Aborigines so we could go back into drumming, because at one point they actually made drumming illegal in certain parts of the U.S. because our ancestors used to communicate, you know, with drums and raise the spirits of those who transcended or ascended. So we have to get back into that. Let us stop listening to all this crap they call music today and get back into our drums. You know what I mean? Of course, smoke signals, all that. That's part of our culture. We used to send smoke signals to signify whether there was enemies coming, or we had to go to war, or there was peace treaties. Man, listen, we had so many ways of communicating. I'm telling you, we are a powerful people. We just got to tap back into that. Yes, the whole world is enslaved, but is everybody in our condition? Yes. Well, the truth is, like I said, there are house slaves and there are field slaves. We are just put in the position of the field slaves right now, while the others are enjoying the amenities. So we have to step up as the American Aborigines so that we could step up and not be slaves, but step up into the owners of the land. Not tenants, but owners. The owners of the land, you know, shouldn't be slaves. We shouldn't be tenants. So it is up to us, okay? This is a voluntary system. You know, Bobby Hemmett have his own information, and a lot of information is for some people and it's not for everybody. Like I said, for me right now, my main focus is on the American Aborigine and how do we restore our land, restore our culture, restore the legacy of our ancestors. That's my main focus right now. All right, that's my focus right now. What's your thought on ADRIP, my brother? How do we enforce it? Well, ADRIP and UNDRIP, they're both declarations that the United States adopted and signed as a treaty, and we have to make sure that they uphold and honor that treaty. So once again, it's up to us. I keep telling everybody it is up to us to step up, come together, and make sure they honor those treaties. Okay, it is up to us. Nobody could fix us but us. Chief, are you familiar with the nation ICU, International Chemistry United? No, I'm not familiar with them, no. Yes, our ancestors are smiling right now. Yes, you are studying DRIP. That's what's up. Indeed, indeed. Also, study both on DRIP and American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People and House Resolution 331, H.Con.Res 331. Make sure you study all those things and how it affects us and how we could use it to apply it to our daily lives. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So once again, brothers and sisters, what we have to do is, I cannot stress this, unite as the Aborigines. Is the only way this is going to happen. The only way it's going to happen is for us to come together. That's it. Do you do rituals and spiritual education on American indigenous culture? Well, I teach people about a little bit about spirituality. And some of the indigenous culture that I do know, I share the knowledge. Anything that I know, I always share the knowledge. And that's why I do these videos. I don't believe that we should hold on to the information. We should always share it. Knowledge is power, but what's more powerful than just having the knowledge is the implementation of the knowledge. How do you apply it to your life? What about Indians in the Caribbean? It speaks for itself. Carib Indian, it tells you. We are one. They are Americans. We are all American Aborigines. We have said this a million times on many, many videos. If you're from the Caribbean, it tells you who you are. The Carib Indian, West Indian, it tells you. We are the original people of the Americas. Where can we learn our ancestors' original spirituality? Well, it's in your heart. It's in your heart. Reach out to the ancestors, ask them to guide you, but I'm certainly sure there are books. And I'm looking into getting some of that information and putting that on the site as well. So like I said, we are a young nation and we are growing. We do have a large amount of information on the site right now. We have a plethora of information that could help you out in your walk. But we are going to implement some more books and literature and links and PDFs on the site, also to help with spirituality, meditation, helping and open up the third eye and everything. All right. But but literally everything is in the heart. It's in the heart and the mind. Our creator, our ancestors, they put the laws of the creator of the universe in our hearts and mind. It's within us. So therefore we have to go in through meditation. All right. All right, peace and love to Chief Holiday as well. Big up, big up, big up. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate each and every one of y'all on there. All right, Chief, do you have any brother in Chicago? I would like to link up with them and start some groundwork. Well, we have I have a brother in Chicago that I'm working with. He's literally almost pretty much a member of the nation, and I should be going to Chicago maybe sometime within the next, I would say probably 72 hours, but I'm only gonna go for maybe a day or two. So we could probably link up. I appreciate you too, brother. I appreciate you too. All right, but we are okay. My brother is in the shy, so brother, you got to link up with me. You told me you was gonna send me an email. You didn't. I never got that email, brother. All right, we got to link up. We got to make this thing happen. All right, it's time. We got to make it happen. All right, peace and love to all our nation members, our nation clan members on the live feed. You know, I'm so proud of you guys, and you guys are doing great work. Thank you so much for representing and honoring our nation. We don't have any members in Jamaica per se, but we have members who are from Jamaica up here that's on the mainland. So, you know, we are always still one people, so we represent for all. You feel me? We got a link up before you come to Philly. Yes, indeed, 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 Carly Crush. Yeah, definitely, we're going to make this happen. All right? We're going to make this happen. All right, sounds good. I am American Butterfly. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Once again, give thanks to my brother Darkman for all the work he's putting in. For real. Chief, do you have any members in Hartford, Connecticut? No, we don't have any. We don't have any members in Hartford, Connecticut as yet. But maybe you could be the first. Okay, we have to take this all over the Americas. All over the Americas. That's what we are doing. Stepping up. American Aborigines, stand up. Okay, stand up. Thank you, Jazzy Jazz. Jazzy Jazz has posted the GoFundMe for those of you who haven't seen the GoFundMe. It's there. All right, the GoFundMe is there in the link right now, so you guys could support it. Could support it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looking to see if there's any more questions before I ban. All right, okay, I will get off this feed with this because it's more of a personal conversation. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. All right, cool, cool. All right, cool, Rainstorm. Oh yes, we got to continue to support each other. By all means, we have to. Bring the sun to earth. The sun is already on earth. We are the sons. We are the sons. All of us. All right? We came from the sun. We came from the woman's womb. All right? Let us raise them frequencies. All right, Rainstorm X. You gotta send me an email. Like I said, we don't peddle paperwork. We just make sure that our brothers and sisters are secure. All right, we are not in the business of peddling paperwork. That's not what this is about. All right, Chief. I had my Belizean Indian grandmother watch you, and she cried and said, "You are telling the truth." I appreciate that, brother Sadiq. Yes, our elders know the truth, and you know, much respect to the elder, and you know, tell her Chief sends his love. And you know, a lot of our elders are reaching out to me. They literally, when I get on the phone with them, they're in tears because they tell me they have never seen somebody give it real like I do, and that I'm speaking the truth. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, Chief, do you know any about Brazil? I'll be the link to our original ancestors. I hear we sprung out of the Amazon brass. Well, the truth of the matter is, yes, the Brazil is very, very key to the American Aborigine. Okay, not just the Locono River in South America, but what tribe was that? I forgot the name of the tribe, but yes, the Brazil is at the equatorial region where they found the oldest 6 bones that they try to say it's from Africa, but it was in the equatorial region where Brazil was at, right across Brazil that runs across the equator. So it's key that we go down. Once we get what we're getting together, we need to go to Brazil and feel that energy of our ancestors and make some things happen down there as well. All right. Maishi Butterfly, love you too. Love you too. So our roots are very deep in South and Central America. So we have to definitely take some trips down there. You know, Peru as well. I know Jerusalem is in the Americas. I think Virginia was called Jerusalem, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But pretty much the entire book in the Bible, the places, over 90% of the places are in the Americas. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So, you know, the truth is, man, these people, they don't want us to know who we are and how great we are. That's why they're hiding so many things from us in terms of our identity. Because once we wake up and realize that's who we are and how far back we go into antiquity, that we are literally the old world, they know it's a wrap. So they have to send all these agents to divert us from our true identity. But nah, they ain't gonna stop that. American Aborigine power all the way. We know the truth, so we ain't stopping. We ain't doing that. All right. So you see, I'm over here digging my nose, right? Because my nose is itching. So I know I'm live, but it is what it is. I'm keeping it 100 tonight. I don't have boogers in my nose, though. I don't. All right. It was just itching, so I was like this. Always keep the nose clean because I gotta breathe. All right, fam. Well, I was gonna say fam, but all right, my brothers and sisters. You know, I know y'all watching me, so like I said, I just wanted to keep it 100. Chief is real, all right. I don't play these games. You know, I ain't doing all that. I'm a real flesh man. Okay, so you might say, oh, well, look at the chief digging his nose. I'm a man. All right, I'm a man. Real flesh man. I am not a legal person. Okay. I'm not a citizen of the United States. I am not subject to their jurisdiction. Okay? I'm an American Aborigine, aka an American Indian, and they ain't gonna take that away from us. Okay? Oh no. You know, my nose ain't got no boogers, brothers and sisters, so no need to wash the hand. You know what I mean? I'm good. Believe that. You know, like how them little babies be sticking their hand in their nose and putting it in their mouth. That's how clean my nose is. But anyway, we're not going to turn that into something else and make it gross, all right? We're just keeping it 100 right now. 100. That's what we're doing. For sure, Jazzy Jazz. Appreciate you too as well. All right? All right, so you guys see, like, you know, I said I was going to do an hour, but, man, I'm always feeling the energy that you guys bring to the platform, and it's just so real. It's so authentic. You know, yes, we the people, man, we the people. And one thing I always do is I never speak of myself as the I. Anytime I do anything and I reach out to those people, I let them know it's we the people. We the people, that's it. That's it. Yes, indeed, 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 indeed. We are the people's clan. We are, brother, we are. All right, we doing this for real. Like I told y'all, man, you know, y'all gotta go. Yes, Joe. Yes, brother Joe. You already know. Gotta keep bringing that truth, man. Authentic, 100%. And I do want my brothers and sisters on the African continent, even the aborigines in Europe, the aborigines in. I want them to know we all stand with them. All right, we have to, because this is a global thing. Okay, it's a global thing. So we all have to stand up and unite. Feel me? There is no separate. Let us not let the waters separate us. Let us not allow them to make their imaginary lines separate us. We are all aborigines. Okay? We are aborigines. Yes. Aborigines and the Asian aborigines, the Australian aborigines, those are our brothers as well. Brothers and sisters as well. All right? So let us not allow them to put us in a box. We're making this global. It's the only way we're going to make this happen to get back our planet. That's it. Global Aborigine United. Oh, man, I just came up with a new term. Uh-oh. I'm about to put that on paper before somebody steal that. Yes, Aborigines who will and, well, you know what? Not who will support each other. Because if you say who will support each other, that means it could happen anytime in the future. Let us say Aborigines who are supporting each other. We are. That's what we are doing. We are supporting each other. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a global Aborigine movement, apart from what we are doing here at home. You did. All right. Civil Rights Acts, Chief. We the Indians they're referring to. Oh yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Brother Sadiq. Oh, indeed. And trust me, I got so much information that they cannot deny it. I'm from the blood. They'll find the teaching. I will follow it though, and I link it. So, Sister Julia, absolutely, absolutely. Well, Chief, do you know the Haitian flag say "Unite for the Force"? Yes, yes, it does. Just like the Jamaican coat of arms. You know, out of many people, out of many nations, one people, or out of many, one people. We are one people. All right. Trapped in the UK, trying to finish what the great parents started. I know. They doing it to our people out there in the UK, man, but we stand with y'all. We stand with y'all. All right, we stand with y'all. For real, y'all got our support. Let us make it global. Global. Okay? This is the real NWO. You feel me? New Aborigine power. That's it. That movement right here. They say New World Order. We talking about New Aborigine Order. That's what we talking about. You already know. Yo, who's this Mimi talking about follow me on something, man? Get this troll out of there, please. Somebody delete and block this troll. I'm trying to see. There's a troll on there I want to get rid of. All right, they say, all right, actions. Let me see. I could remove. Okay, remove. There we go. I just removed the troll. All right, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Brother Darkman, thank you. Thank you for giving me that little tip. All I had to do was just click on their profile, and I could get rid of them. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what's up. All right. So, yes, Sister Jazzy just put up the website. Go to the website, check it out. We got lots of information on there. We got some more. We're going to be posting a lot of information on common law on the website. And my brothers and sisters, let us get into common law, trust law. Let us study those things. That's what we're going to need to battle all them devils in those courts. All right, that's what we're going to need. All right. That's what I'm talking about, the new Aborigine order. That's it. That's where we at. That's where we at. They ain't taking us out. It's too many of us. Yep, common law is where it's at, because you know the Creator gave us common law, the law of the heart. That's common law, common sense. So we going back to that. We don't need their statutes and codes. Leave these people UCC forms alone, brothers and sisters. Leave it alone. Stop paying people thousands of dollars to get trapped. Okay, I'm letting y'all know that. All we need is common sense and common law. All right, we are the law. We are the law. That's it. Yeah, I know. Habeas corpus. I already know about that. Yep. But once we stand on common law, trust me, they always have a problem with that, because they know their laws are not their laws cannot supersede common law, because their laws are fictitious. It is fictitious. Yeah, I know they send their spammers. It's all good, but it's all right though. They can't stop this from happening. So that's what we need to study, and I'm going to be putting a lot of that information on the site, a lot of common law information. So get your pens, get your pads, and I want y'all to go in. Study this thing like your ABC, all right? I want you to be able to recite information, study information, spit it, teach it to your children, because that's the only way our children are going to be protected in the streets, all right? Real talk. Real talk. They're governing us through ecclesiastic laws. So we have to learn even some of the stuff in the Bible. We have to use it against them. All right, and I'm going to teach y'all that as well. So we have a lot of learning to do. We got a lot of lectures coming up. We got a lot of classes coming up. Brother Darkman is going to finish up the flyer for the next class, the next lecture, and y'all got to register for that because, like I said, Chief Kalinago is bringing the real. Okay, I'm going to show you guys exactly how we got into this. The entire world, what happened. I'm going to show you guys that, and I'm going to show you the proof. What are your thoughts on name Indian in football teams or Redskins? I ain't got no thoughts on that. You know, it doesn't fade me. You know, I'm not getting anything from it, so I don't care about that. Common law of what? How do we look it up for print? You could, just look up common law, about common law on Google. But if you go to our website from tomorrow, we will have a lot of information on common law on the website in the law section. Okay, so that information will be available. Okay, just so that you guys know. It says, what are your thoughts on the new Black Panther movie? Is it another distraction? Well, my brother Darkman has already broken that down, but the Black Panther movie is, again, a subliminal movie message talking about the American Aborigine and putting it on the African continent. So, but brother Darkman is going to go into that. I will make an attempt to go see the movie so I could break it down myself. Okay? And guess what? They are dropping it the same month as the so-called Black History Month. So you already know. It's a ritual. It's a ritual. It's all to deal with the dead power, the dead energy of black people, because dead is black in law. So they're using that dead energy. Remember, the first month of the year is in March. So they are using that dead energy to conjure our ancestor spirits so that they could move forward into a new year while they oppress the people into the old year. So our people have to be very mindful of those rituals. And that's why we have to go back and learn our ancestors' ways so we could break those spells. All right. So like I said, I'm going to teach you guys a lot of those stuff, or a lot of those things. It's going to be on the website. You will be able to research it yourself, but I am going to put it on the website. Okay. I am going to put it on the website. Well, it is saying that my connection is poor. I guess my bandwidth on my phone is getting low. So I know I told you guys I was going to do an hour video. Now it's almost 2 hours because I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with you guys, and I love doing this. Once again, brothers and sisters, support the GoFundMe. I will put the link below. The website is going to be in the link below. And we will talk about the class, and we will do a video and let you know so you could get your registration on, so we could get this true knowledge out there. All right, so I just wanted to come out here and drop the truth on for you guys. Always, as you know, Chief Kalinago, not holding my tongue, coming with the authentic truth, no holds barred. We are not giving up. We are American Aborigines. We don't want to be nothing else. We are the American Aborigines, aka American Indians, and we're not going to allow anybody to take that away from us. We've just telling us, oh, you could just be indigenous. Nah, we ain't doing that. So thank you to each and every one of you. I love you guys. I really, 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 truly love you guys. And that's why I do what I do. Continue to support us, okay? Continue to support the movement. Continue to support the righteous movement. Continue to support the truth, because only the truth will set us free. And on this platform, you will always get the truth. I could tell you that. All right? So we will talk soon, and may the ancestors continue to guide each and every one of you. Good night.